What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which direction you choose to go at the end of it all. So listen, before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. So look, hey, the title of this video is the fact that getting control of one's mind is a hard and very oftentimes difficult task. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really think about it on a different scale of why it is a limited amount of successful people, and then it is a large group of people that are, like, you know what I'm saying, under that limit, even though they want to get to a level of success, but it's like an imaginary bubble that subtracts us from the people that are successful. You know what I'm saying? And really, the magic behind it all is being able to have control over your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about it on a larger scale. The people that control the world are people that have control over their mind, and they're successful at doing it. So the more they put certain things into our brains, the more we act out on the things that, you know what I'm saying, they see for the mass groups of people, because a lot of people do not have the ability to think for themselves. Having your own mind is something that is hard to accomplish, because oftentimes most people are scared because they're in fear of losing something. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think about it like this. Heaven is a mindset. Heaven is a mindset of understanding your life, the things that happen to you, and becoming at peace with it. You know what I'm saying? And when you get ready to cross over into the afterlife, whenever that time is, you will be content with how your life was, with no guilt, no ill will, no pain. Because if you do not reach that mindset of heaven, people oftentimes are afraid to pass away, because then that spirit of not being okay with their life and how it was puts them in the devil spirit, which is feeling at guilt, feeling at pain, feeling at hurt. And when you are not content in a heaven mind state in your life, when you cross over to the afterlife and your presence here on life is over with, you will pass your soul and the curse of feeling bad about your life to the people born after you. That's why you got to think, oftentimes people who be afraid to die, it's because they know deep down inside they're not content with their life, which is just basically understanding the power of God, the universe, yourself. You know what I'm saying? The universe works for you when you realize the power you have inside yourself, which means you have to understand that your life was the way it was to create a scenario where you can be able to read through it and create a better life for the ones after you. Most people oftentimes get stopped at their trauma or their pain, and so what they do is they carry that evil, demonic, low-level thinking spirit into the seeds after them, because they were never content with their life. You know what I'm saying? So the whole mission and mind frame in the way that a person who is not content with who they are thinks at a lower level, which is the devil. A lot of people operate on that devil plane. You know what I'm saying? They're unhappy, they're unfulfilled, you know what I'm saying, they're just cruising through life. They do things to people with no remorse. They hurt them, they get over on them, you know what I'm saying? They talk about them, they judge them, they put them down, because of the simple fact they have those same type of feelings about who they are. But the thing is, they've sold their soul to be able to acquire something in life. So the whole mission is, if you want to keep money and keep status, you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, lower the vibration of someone else who is not on that same field. And let me just give out an example. For instance, you know what I'm saying, I was caught up in that way for a minute. I used to think that everything I did in my life, you know what I'm saying, people felt some type of way about it, and that's why they singled me out. But as I kept going through life, I kept doing what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And listen, just being real, messing with women was one of them. And let me show you how. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I had a lot of women friends, right? And their mindset was basically fucking with men who had money to boss them up. Excuse my language, but I'm just gonna get real when I talk about, you feel me, the real life story of my life. You know what I'm saying? So because they had that mentality, their mentality was, you feel me, get a dude who got money, chase after him, get him so he could pay for my lifestyle so I can look good. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give up the cooch in exchange for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really me for real. Don't really like me for real. But I'm going to give you the cooch, you feel me? And you going to pay for my lifestyle and everything going to pretend to be good. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, and because I had a lot of women friends who thought like that, when it came down for me to actually kick it with them, they would never call me. They would never hit my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on that. You feel me, am into women. You feel me? And because of that, again, I would be singled out, and I'd be thinking to myself, okay, so why is it they kicking it with whoop-de-whoop, but you feel me, they ain't kicking it with me, or they only call me to certain events? You know what I'm saying? Because their motive and mission in life is completely different from mine. You know what I'm saying? I've never been the type to fall for people because of what they have. I've been the type to like have a mutual soul understanding of us engaging and liking to do the same things. You know what I'm saying? And it starts out like that until people grow up and then they change. And what they like in life, if it's not centered on what they doing, you know what I'm saying, they'll discard you. And because of me always having a certain mentality to what I like and sticking to what I like, it's like, okay, listen, I understand that you like that, but that was a phase for me. We on this over here because we dictated by what people tell us, by impressing people, and they say do this. What you're doing is foreign, so we don't want to kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? And if we do, we're doing everything we can to try to change your mindset into doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? But I just was never on that. Like, I'm not on to twerking and going out half naked, you know what I'm saying, and trying to captivate somebody to pay and fund my lifestyle by me giving up the hot pocket. That just wasn't my type of game. I could support my own life. I got this up here. I can do what I need to do to support my own life. I'm not finna go nowhere with, you feel me, some women that's intentions is just to get a man to fund their lifestyle. That just wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And you got, now that I'm older, you can kind of see how that mentality, like, you know what I'm saying, it changes over time, and that determines on if you gonna have the same friends or not. You know what I'm saying? Because whether they pretend or act like that they not on that, they are. You can just pay attention and watch to how they get down. I done been around too many people in too many public settings, around, you know what I'm saying, too many events where I have seen certain women, you know what I'm saying, basically be all up on a dude to fund their lifestyle. And because I don't knock it. If that's what you're going to do, hey, so be it. But what is wrong with someone, you feel me, thinking outside the box? And then that's when you get the logical explanation. That is because they not your friend because of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just like they're not going to be, you feel me, those women that's with the dude for who he is. They're in it for a motive and a game. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? And when their motive or that game can't be met, that's when you notice the break apart. Because in a world where people have managed to, you know what I'm saying, understand and be content with life, they now come to a newfound understanding where it is perfectly okay for people to have a difference of opinion, for people to have a different type of lifestyle. If I'm really riding for them as because I'm their friend, that's not going to matter to me. We still gonna kick it. You feel me? Because no matter what happens in life, whether niggas go broke, whether niggas lose it all, you know what I'm saying? Whether niggas go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Whether you feel me? People pass away, whatever. This person is going to be by my side regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because they're basically by my side because of who I am, not because of motive or gain. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of world we've been living in for a long time. So now people are in a state of mind where everybody is detaching from them based off of people can see now. You were in it for gain. You were in it for gain. You wasn't really my friend for real. Or you wasn't really my partner for real. You wasn't this for real. You feel me? And then some people are still half asleep. So what's happening is they're still being under the fog of the masses and what they want us to see. You know what I'm saying? Which is people killing people. You know what I'm saying? People not being successful. People not loving each other. Like, that is mainly what they're portraying still to the half part of the world that still sleep, that still operates in that mindset, which is, you feel me? Don't nobody care about me. I don't care about nobody else. I'm going to do whatever is necessary to make sure I acquire status. You know, but that level of thinking is breaking down. Nobody wants to be friends or associate with someone that is only, you know what I'm saying, around me or hanging around me because you gain from that. Not because you're really there for me. Because if something happened, can I really count on you to be there? Or are you only around when it benefits you? You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about it on a scale like that. It's real, you know? So because of the simple fact, oftentimes people are realizing who you are. Like with me, it's no in the middle with me. You feel me? I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, you not having no money or you going through a rough period. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You feel me? And if we got to go through it together, we going to go through it together. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll fuck with you as a person, not because of what you can bring. And listen, I stand on that. I got credit when it comes to that. People can vouch for me when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, being in struggling situations. And I was the one they can count on. Oh, we got to do this to get from A to B. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That is solid. That stands the test of time. You know what I'm saying? And that is all in a person being content with who they are. But again, life is in stages. The person that could be solid with you for who you are could be solid for that 1 year. They go through something they didn't mention to you in that 1 year. And then that second year, all of a sudden, their whole mentality changed. You know what I'm saying? You can't control or possess nobody. But if a person going to be there for you, they going to be there for you regardless. Ain't nothing is going to make them switch up like that. And if it do, it's just being able to not have complete control of the mind. When you don't have complete control of your mind, I'm telling you right now, you will shapeshift. Meaning you will be whatever you need to be able to acquire whatever it is you want in life. Until the veil comes down and I can just look at a person's picture and tell you ain't it. You know what I'm saying? That whole lifestyle you've been portraying for this long period of time, it's starting to fail because you're getting tired. You're becoming tired of playing a certain person to be able to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you're turning into this type of person that is still trying to keep that status up. And it's really burning you for real. You know? And that soul of, you know what I'm saying, having to portray of being whatever somebody wants you to be to acquire what you want in life is really not you for real. It's fake. So because of that, man, listen, y'all don't even understand how many people's pictures I see who got these fucking black circles under their eyes. And you can see it through makeup. You feel me? You can see it. And that explains to me in every detail that you are not happy. I don't care how much lipstick you got on. I don't care how much makeup you got on. I don't care how many chains you floss and how many rings you got, what kind of car you drive. You feel me? It shows. So oftentimes, it's a lot of people wearing these sunglasses because they don't want people to see that. You know what I'm saying? And by the time you realize what's really going on, they done already reeled you in. You know? The old world still functions off of material gain, money, possessions, looking good, all that to attract people. And the people that are still asleep are still attracted to that. But what you're not being able to see is that the people that are faking that are losing their power. So what they're doing is they're trying to wheel people back in so they can continue to be strong. You know? So it's the people that are growing in who they are, they're realizing who they are. It's not about what you have. It's not about possessions. It's not about material gain. It's about your soul as a person. You know what I'm saying? Who is that person for real? When you understand and realize who that person is, you will not have to hide behind whatever it is that you have to try to get people to understand that you're this type of way. You feel me? It's all a mind controlling type of game that is being played right now. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing really to do with the universe and God itself, whatever y'all choose to call it. All it is a mind game. And you're either going to fail or you're going to pass. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have your own mind and thinking for yourself is something that they try their hardest to make sure no one gets there. Make sure no one accomplishes that. So they'll try everything they can to try to get you to stay in this low vibration. You are not allowed to break out of the box of what is set for us by having your own level of thinking. So we're going to use everything tied to your whole bloodline to try to keep you down here, because you have to remember, you used to play for that team. And everybody's still playing for that team. They upset because you broke out. You know what I'm saying? And now you got multiple enemies coming at you trying to attack your mind so that you can go back down to where you were. You know what I'm saying? Then everything is okay because it fits everybody. Absolutely fucking not. You know what I'm saying? Thinking for yourself is something that is a great feeling once you get there, because now you have a reason, a purpose to live. Which means when it's your time to go to the afterlife, you won't be upset. You won't be in agony. You won't be in pain. You won't be hurt by your past, because when you do that, that soul that comes out of your body when you pass away transfer into the life of your bloodline, and whoever is born after that. That same energy transfers into that because they were upset. They were hurt by their past. You know what I'm saying? So the ultimate peace, which is something that can't be bought, is the ability in understanding and analyzing your life and making a different way for it. So that when you pass away, you won't carry on that same energy. Is it a difficult experience? Yes, because you will go through a million different illusions, a million different analogies, things that you see that's not related to you. You know what I'm saying? That, listen, it's a process that is difficult. Let's just say that. And you have to be strong enough to master your mind, to overcome sinking into that realm where you don't feel valid enough to continue the mission. But that's a part of it. Going through the darkness is where you become the strongest at. Most people don't like to face their darkness, because as long as everything is cupcakes and rainbows, they will pretend as if they're happy, but they not. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of life that people hide from people, you know, and keep it closed so can't nobody see. Because when I appear to you, I'm making it seem as if everything's okay, but it's really not. And you can tell by actions. A lot of people, listen, I don't see it now, but I've seen it in the past. People smoke back to back, cigarettes, weed. Every chance they get, they drinking. You know what I'm saying? Those are little clues. And even anger and outrage, depression, too busy, you know what I'm saying, dreading and complaining about their life when they have the ability to make changes, but they don't want to. Those are all signs that, you feel me, that person is not happy. You feel me? And it's all a battle of the minds, and you have to work at it. It's lifelong. You know what I'm saying? Some of us out here in the world are not scared to be around people, but it's almost like, listen, I am the type of person, I'm real private when it comes to my private life. But I do these videos for the sole fact that people always are criticizing, judging, and telling people what they can or can't do. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking to get validation from people, you're always going to be able to announce your next move to everybody. You know what I'm saying? To get their opinion. And if they like it, oh, it makes you feel good. But if they're against it, it makes you rethink doing that because people are not with you. Listen, the level of mastering your mind means you don't care about that. You do things because you want to do them, because they make you happy. You know? But listen, you got to understand the people behind the scenes, we're going to call them the magicians that know how to operate and control the world, basically put on social media and other outlets of what they want us to see. And they control our mind strictly by that. And people are so afraid to have control of their own minds, to see how life even turns out or works out for them, that they're okay with staying asleep. And then, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't get that choice. You're not allowed to keep staying asleep, you know? And that's where the real true magic happens. But again, you got to think about how many people are actually under the illusion of the masses. So you speaking your truth and being who you are and standing firm on it is what you call it, like something that scares them. So they'll do whatever they can to try to break that barrier on what you're doing. They'll even let time lapse. You know what I'm saying? They'll think you're doing good for a whole little minute, and then something to hit you, and you have to have the ability to handle it without letting it control you, because that was the whole point. It was trying to do something to get control of your mind so that you wouldn't be able to do what it is that you've been called to do. That is the power in having control over your mind. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes the type of spirit where you're destined to go after whatever it is you're doing, regardless. It don't matter what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that probably have a lifespan that's not that long due to them aiding in whatever it is they're doing, you know what I'm saying? It's almost as if like they're content, or they know the deep-rooted issue of when it's time to go. You feel me? I play on a lot of like, I'm deep into music and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So when they killed Tupac, that nigga was cussing like, fuck you, da da da, you stupid, something. Because he knew deep down what it really was. You know what I'm saying? And then when Nipsey passed, I heard that he said, oh, you got me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're at free dumb to be able to understand the afterlife to where you're not afraid of it, but it's nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it on a whole wide range. So again, I could go on and on because it's a very deep topic for me, but I'm going to just leave it there for them situations. You know what I'm saying? But having control of your own mind means you are able to think for yourself. You do not allow other things to penetrate your thinking bubble. And if it works for you, it works for you. But that's the thing. Most people are too scared to even try. So they stay under this illusion of doing things that fit other people, even though they deep down inside don't be happy. I'm not going out like that. You know? So for the people out there that are having a battle with learning how to control their own minds, just keep at it. Stay strong. You know what I'm saying? Do not let them try to take your character, because they will keep doing it until it causes you, you know, your demise. You don't want that. If listen, I didn't grew up with some people that's strong in my life, and they had the ability to outthink any circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And keep prevailing and keep making it work for them. So if you can take that power and use it instead of making them use it against each other and use that against the opposition, think of how much stronger we would be. And that is the people that are trying to hurt you or your family, which is, you know what I'm saying, if the dad is going against the mom, or the mom is going against the dad, or the dad is making the kids go against the mom, or you feel me, the mom is making the kids go against the dad, do you know that we are self-sabotaging and attacking ourselves? That is designed on purpose to make us think like that, instead of understanding and realizing, though we are not who we're supposed to be attacking. We're supposed to be growing together to protect our children from future attacks of these people out here who want us to hate each other. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of how long that's been spanning. I'm going to do another video after this where I get into deeper detail on how it's a system that's designed for us to do that to each other. You know what I'm saying? So we never realize how powerful we are together to defeat the system instead of the system defeating us. You know what I'm saying? So listen, getting control of your own mind is not easy. It is a difficult task, but at the same time, the level of peace that you will acquire for getting control of your own mind is something that I think everybody wants. Think about how much control you got over your mind when you hanging out at a party or in the past and you've been on. You was drunk or lit and you wanted to be a rapper or this and that, and you was just free. You wasn't thinking about nothing, you was just free. But think about being able to tap into that energy all the time, instead of only being able to tap into it when you're under the influence. You know what I'm saying? Because all the other times your mind is clouded by chaos that you create for yourself just based off your thinking. So being able to think for yourself, you'll be able to tap into that state more often, easily, by just being yourself and blocking out the noise. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can do it. If I can do it, I know everybody else can do it. But I also have to be aware of understanding that karmic cycles last longer in other families than, you know what I'm saying, maybe mine. Who knows? That's for them. My life is my life. Their life is their life. You know what I'm saying? So listen, having control of your own mind will help the transition be so much more smoother. Instead of passing that ugly spirit of how you feel about yourself on to your offspring, and they pass it on to their offspring, and no one realizes what's happening because we're pretending, we're acting. That's just the same. Like, people get on these movies and these shows and they act. So it's hard for us as the people watching it to be able to tell if this is real or fake or not. They do that on purpose. You feel me? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. I could go on and on and on, because it's way deeper than what y'all think, but I'm not. So please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you don't have power and control over your own mind, you don't have nothing. Doesn't matter how much money you got. That don't matter. It's your mind that creates the ultimate wealth.